This is a walkthrough video of the Fitness Planner spreadsheet. Please note that the colors, designs, and fonts may change as we update and improve our templates, but the core functionality of this spreadsheet will remain the same. The purpose of this planner is to help you track, plan, and optimize your fitness journey by providing structured templates for workouts, nutrition, measurements, and goal setting. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced fitness enthusiast, this planner will help you stay on track and make progress. This spreadsheet has 13 tabs plus a setup tab, and each tab was designed to support a different aspect of your fitness journey. So let's get started. When you first open the spreadsheet, you're going to go to the setup tab. First, you're going to enter your name. You're going to select if you are a woman or a man. When is your fitness journey starting? If you're starting your fitness journey today, you can just double click and select today. Here you're going to enter your height, and this is going to be in either inches or centimeters. If you are using the US metric system, you're going to be using inches and pounds. If you're using the other metric system, then you're going to be using centimeters and kilograms. I put these arrows up here so you can see what you can change. And then these ones, I would not touch it unless you want to change your groceries category. For example, you can. Just do not add anything past this row right here. Don't change this one because it has formulas that will pull this information, and then the measurements are being calculated, and I'll show you where it's being calculated, but I wouldn't change this one either. The muscle groups, you can add some more if you want. You can use all these empty rows over here. Now, let me show you where this changes and why this is in here. In the home page, you can see here your measurements. This is a female body, and then there's a female dashboard image. When you change to man, the image is changed to a male figure. And then same thing over here. This is going to change to be male or female body. If the BMI visibility is selected as yes, you will see your BMI displaying over here. If this is selected no, then this will be hiding, and then it will show a warning saying enable visibility. Here you're going to enter your goal measurements. When you click and there's no formula, you can edit the cell. So you're going to enter your neck measurements, your upper arm, your waist, and all of that information over here. Please remember to use whatever metrics you have selected over here. If you're using inches, just make sure these numbers are also in inches. And then you're going to set up a time frame where you're going to remeasure. That could be a week, that could be a month, and that is totally up to you. How often you want to see you want to check your progress, and then you're going to enter your new numbers over here. Next, you are going to go to the photo log, and here is where you're going to enter your progress pictures. Double click, select today, and then you're going to make sure that you enter your pictures in here. So this is a front photo, this is a back photo, and this is a side photo. Just make sure you take your picture in the first day that you start your fitness journey. And this is the most important one because by the end of your journey, you want to make sure that you have at least that first photo so you can compare your progress, because sometimes the scale won't change, but your body is changing. To insert the photo, just select the cell that you want to insert. Just go to insert image and then select and insert image in cell. You're going to browse over here and you're going to grab the picture from your computer. All right, so we did the measurement tracker, we did the photo log. Okay, so let's go to the exercise cards. Exercise cards tab is a workout reference tool and it's designed to help you organize and track your exercises based on your muscle groups. It features detailed exercise cards with step-by-step visuals, instructional video links, and categorized muscle targeting. Here you're going to enter the exercise, the target muscle group. So one exercise could target multiple muscle groups, but then there's always that main one. For example, the leg press main target muscle group is the quadriceps. And then there is the secondary muscle groups over here that you can enter. If there's none, for example, this barbell curl exercise only targets the biceps, and that's okay. So you're just going to enter the target muscle group over here. Here you're going to enter the muscle group image. This is going to show here. I got these images from Google, but if you are working with a personal trainer and they have their own programs online or whatever it is, you can ask permission to use their images just for your personal use in the spreadsheet. And then here you're going to enter a photo of the exercise, and all of these will feed into this exercise card over here as you select the exercise from the drop down over here. Let's say you want to do Russian twist today. Then here you have a display image of how the exercise works, and then here you have the muscle groups that is targeting. Let's go back to the leg press. So you have the image in here. This is a machine exercise. You can see the visual of how you have to do this, and also you have how-to videos linked over here. It's pulling from those two tabs over here. This is a TikTok video, this is a Facebook video, and then you can also pull like from YouTube. And this here is just like a quick view. So if you are at the gym and you have this in your workout program to do today, you can just quickly select over here and then see here if you need to see a how-to video. You can get a tutorial over here, and then which muscles is targeting. And then down here you have a filter. You can filter all the exercises by muscle group. This feature is really cool because if you are building your workout yourself and you want to make sure that you are including, let's say you want to work your quads. So these are all of the exercises that work that muscle group. So if you are creating your strength training routine, which I'll show you next, then you can select from these exercises over here. I know up front, this is going to be a lot of work putting all the information in here, but once you logged in all of the exercises, everything that you want to do, this is going to be really quick and easy to just build your workout from here. Next, since we're talking about this, let's go to the strength training routines, which you are going to select what you want to work. So this is the exercise cards put together into one routine. So here you have your lower body routine, you have your upper body routine, you have your core, full body, and then mobility and flexibility. And then here you're going to be selecting the exercises that you want to include in this routine. And again, this is upfront work, but then once you have your training routines set up, you can literally just copy over here and be like, okay, Monday I want to do lower body, I want to select this one. And then next week, maybe you already worked everything, so you can select the next one, and then you can alternate with upper body, core, and so forth and so on. When you select the exercise that you want to be doing over here in this routine, it will automatically show you what muscle groups you're working on. And then here you're going to enter the weight if applicable. For example, for pull-ups, there's no weight, it's just body weight. You can put the sets, the repetition in here. And you can give a name to this routine if you want. Next, you are going to plan your workout. So let's go to the workout planner. And then here, this is going to be an overview of your workouts. This is not detailed and this will not populate the workout calendar, but it will track your monthly goals. So for example, let's say for Mondays, you want to do strength training and then jump rope, and then Tuesday you're doing this one, and then Wednesday this one, Zumba, run, so forth and so on, and then Sunday is rest day. This is like what you are planning on doing with your month. And then here you're going to check if you've done it. If for some reason one of these weeks you're not going to be doing workout, you can remove over here, and that will remove from your monthly goal as well. Next, you have the workout log. And here is where you're going to add the exercises that you want to be doing into your workout calendar. So these two right here work together. And then you're going to select the month and you're going to enter your workout. So this is going to update automatically. Let's say I'm planning today's workout. So I'm going to enter today over here. I'm going to copy the dates down. And then I'm going to go into my strength training routine, and I'm going to do, let's say I want to copy this workout right here. So just select this, Control C, and then you go to your workout log, and then you do paste special. And this is important because you don't want to mess up the formatting over here. So just right click, paste special, and paste values only. This is going to enter your workout over here. And when you go to the workout calendar, now you see that these have been added over here. And as you get your workouts done, let's say you finished your Zumba, and just keep in mind that you can access this from your phone So if you are at the gym and you want to check them off as you complete them, you totally can. And then on your workout calendar, now it will show that you've done these workouts over here. If for some reason you skipped one, you didn't do this one because, let's say, the machine was occupied and you just didn't have enough time to finish that, so you won't check this off. And then when you go to your workout calendar, you can see here that this one was missing. So on the next day where you're targeting the upper body workouts, you can include that in your routine. Next, let's go to the recipe book. So the recipe book, you are going to enter all of your recipes that you normally do or that it's part of your nutritional journey. So here you have chicken stroganoff, you have overnight oats, you have avocado toast, all of the things that you would normally cook, you enter your recipe in here. For the recipes, you can select if this is a main course, it's a breakfast course, the prep time, cook time, the calories. Now, the calories is going to be based on the total recipe. So if this recipe serves 4, make sure you put the total recipe calorie in here. So that means when it's calculating how many servings you are having from this recipe, it will be divided by the number of servings that this recipe makes. Here you're going to select if this recipe has meat, lettuce, or gluten. And then here it will show these little checks over here. So this recipe for the chicken stroganoff contains meat, contains lactose, and it's gluten-free. If you select another one, avocado toast, now this one is plant-based, it is lactose-free, and it contains gluten. So as you select your recipe in here, these are going to be changing. You will see your ingredients, you will see the measurements, and then you'll see the servings, the calories, all of the good stuff over here. Then all of the recipes that you enter over here, as you enter them, they will automatically populate into this drop down. And then down here, you have the instructions on how to make it. So if on your meal planner, you have overnight oats, you can just come in here and you can do this from your phone as you're cooking. Just pull this up and then you can follow the recipe. Next, you have your weekly meal planner. Now for these ones, remember that we had the servings in the recipe book. So on the meal planner, you're going to select the number of servings that you're eating, but you're not going to enter a number. So if you're eating overnight oats for breakfast, you eat 2 overnight oats, then you're going to mark 2. For lunch, if you're eating 3 servings of the chicken stroganoff, you're going to go ahead and select 3 over here. And then this will update the calories that you have on the day. This is for the total day. So this is for Monday. These are your total calories for Monday, total carbs, protein, fat, sugar, and fiber. And again, this is all pulled from your recipe book. So make sure you have all the information in there. And just like the exercise card, it's a one-time thing. It's a lot of work up front. But once you have that in there, it's literally, you can just select and plan your meal. Here you're going to select your dinner, and then here you're going to select your snacks. Here, even if you're eating an apple for a snack, you're going to have to enter in the recipe book. Let's say a snack, you normally have like a protein shake and an apple. You can enter those together in here as like a bundle because you know every time that you're eating an apple, you're having your protein shake, as long as you're eating them together. This part over here, it will just show you, it will calculate the total on your day. And then this is going to base on, remember the macros goal that you set on your setup tab. This is where it's going to tell you if you are on track or if it's high, if you passed your total goal. So when you are planning your meal, if you notice that you went over fat, for example, you can go ahead and remove something. Now you are on track. So I removed the avocado toast. Maybe then I will switch the avocado toast for my protein shake with my apple. You want to make sure that you are following your goals because that's the entire goal of this planner. Now here for the grocery shopping list, everything that you select over here, it's going to update your grocery list. If there's something, that repeats itself, the item is going to combine. So the milk, even if like the chicken stroganoff uses milk and the overnight oats uses milk, it's going to show only once. Okay, and then it's going to give you the total that you need to buy. Here, the status, you are going to select if you bought the item already. Again, remember, you can use this from your mobile phone. So if you're in the grocery store, as you buy the items, you can just check them over here, and these are going to turn green. Everything that you still need to buy is going to be this red X over here. If you have something on hand, it will also be green, because that means you don't need to buy it. You have it in the house. Or if you also select no need, because you're not going to use an ingredient. For example, let's say you're doing the overnight oats, the blueberries, but you don't want to eat blueberries. Then you're going to just put no need. And then it's going to cross off over here as well. You're going to plan 1 week at a time. Now, once you're done with your week, let's say I'm going to just copy this over. Now, let's say I am done with this week and I want to plan next week. You're going to copy the whole thing, the whole table from here all the way to your macros. So all of this, you're going to Control C or right click and copy. And then here, so remember where this started, where you're starting the copy, you're going to copy this over here. So just move over, and again, you're going to make sure that you are pasting special and you're pasting values only, because you don't want to copy the drop down. You just want the information that was inside of the drop down. So just paste values only. Now you have all of that information over here. There's no formulas or anything in this side. And this is just for saving purposes. So if you like this week and you thought it was a great week and you reached all of your goals, anyways, it was a great plan, then you can go ahead and repeat this week again. So let's say here you don't have this anymore. Now let's say you're done with last week and you want to start a new week, and let's say you really liked a plan that you saved over here. And again, you don't have to save every plan, and this is only the ones that you think you did great, because sometimes it's really hard getting the calories, the carbs, and the proteins, and the fat, and the sugar, and the fiber, everything lined up. So when you do find a meal plan that you really liked, you save it, and then when you want to repeat that plan, you can go ahead, copy this. And remember, you're always whenever you paste things, you're copying and pasting, you're pasting values only. So now this plan is over here. So let's say maybe you don't want to copy the entire week, you just want to copy Tuesday, right? You thought this was a great plan and you want to combine this Tuesday plan with this Monday plan with this Thursday plan. So you want to like Frankenstein them together. And then you can just, again, paste special here. And then you go and paste the Tuesday from another week and paste the Wednesday from the other week, and so forth and so on. Now here, when you are done grocery shopping, you can just delete this and then this will clear again. Next, you have your expense tracker, and this is really simple. You're going to add the groceries that you bought. You're going to add the category and then the quantity, how much you paid at the store, and when you bought it. Here. Oh, here, take this. Cookie. And then when you bought it, and this is just for tracking your own expenses and see how much you bought of each item. Now to make this easier for you, I added a filter in here that it will pull the bought items. So if you are in the grocery store and you selected these ones you bought, let's just put it like that. Now when you go to the expense trackers, here it shows you the items that you've bought in this grocery trip that you've made. So here, if you change, let's say Greek yogurt, it's not showing over here right now. But then if you go ahead and change this to bought, the Greek yogurt, the oats, the honey, and the chia seeds, now pull this here. Again, you can just Control C, come over here, right click, paste special, paste values only. And now you can categorize them, can write how many quantities you bought, how much you paid, and which store you bought over here. And just let's say I bought this today, and then I bought this all from Paris Theater, and this is all in one store, one tray, and how much you paid. And this would be per chain. So then you repeat that with all of these. This one is the daily journal tab. It's a holistic tracking system that allows you to monitor your health, your mindset, and your progress daily. Now, the trick here is to not overthink it. Just write whatever comes to your mind. There's no right and there's no wrong. This tab basically combines habit tracking, your emotional well-being, and self-reflection, making it a powerful tool for staying accountable and mindful of your fitness journey and your overall mental health. So this will be a daily logging system. So each row here will represent one day that you're going to track your progress. Here I have the diary. Now, you can use this as you wish. It could be everything that you ate today. You could write if you fell off your nutrition plan, if you didn't follow that, if something happened, you can write your emotions in here. So for example, today I ate chocolate because I felt stressed about X, Y, and Z. Some people eat their emotions, for example. So you just keep track over here. This is not a log per se for you to track your foods and your nutrients and stuff like that. It's more from a mindset and from a mental health perspective, if that makes sense. And then here you're going to record how many hours you slept by checking the corresponding box. Here you can track your daily mood, and then you're going to select one. So you're going to pick the one that was the most part of your day. Here, energy levels from 1 to 10. And then here is your water intake. And then here on this last part over here, this is more of a self-reflection kind of section. So you have things that I'm grateful today. It helps you cultivate a positive mindset. And then here you can write things that you accomplished today. So you're going to reflect on your wins, no matter how big or small. And then here are the things that you need to work on. Identify areas for improvement. You can set actionable goals. You can do whatever you want over here. This is like, how can I be better tomorrow, right? And again, there's no right, there's no wrong. You can write whatever you want. So you can come back to last week. You can go back to 10 weeks ago, and then you compare your progress. Have I progressed? I was feeling really depressed this week. Did I get better? What changed? What were my wins? What was I grateful for? What was great things that happened to me that made change my mood? So this is basically like a self-reflection kind of journal, which is really important when you are any kind of journey as a human. It's really important to keep track of that stuff. This daily check-in system just like ensures that your progress goes beyond just workouts and weight loss. It helps you keep track of your overall well-being and your consistency. And then last but not least in these tabs over here that you're going to log information is your rewards tracker. And then here you are going to just, again, very simple, you're going to set your date that you want to achieve your first goal. So your first goal is minus, let's say you're on a weight loss journey, your first goal is minus 5 pounds. And it doesn't have to be pounds. It could be like whenever I can lift, 200 pounds on the leg press machine. Whenever I can feed my pre-pregnancy jeans, right? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be a number. It could be any sort of goal that you have. So you're going to set your milestone here, and then you're going to set your reward down here. And last but not least, the dashboard. This is your command center for tracking all of your fitness journey. It brings together all of key insights so you can stay on top of your progress at a glance. So here in the top left, you have a personalized welcome and how many days since you started your fitness journey. Here is going to show you the weight. So this is based over here. So if I am, say I'm 208, now the homepage saying that 96% of my weight goal has been reached. So this is the weight that I started. This is my current weight. My goal weight would be 206, and then there are still 2 pounds that I need to lose. Change it for women. So this is just showing me my current measurements, and this is going to pull the last measurements that you wrote in the tracker. So the last one was July 10, 2025. And then here, July 10, 2025. And then you have all that information here. And this is the last weight. And then here it's saying that when I enter the goals here in the goal measurements, now it's showing that I've reached that goal. If let's go back to the neck. Where's the neck? Let's say this is 10. Now it says that I have 2 inches remaining to lose. Here to the left, you have the navigation menu. Because this spreadsheet has so many tabs, There's a quick navigation menu over here. So if you want to check your workout calendar, you can go over here. If you want to go to your recipe book and so forth and so on. Here you have some fun stats. 10 pounds is your record for weight loss in a month. So December 24 is when I lost 10 pounds. This was my highest loss in a month. And then here, 9 is your record for activities in a month. It's all those workouts that I have checked over here. If I checked more over here, then now 13 is my record for activities. So each exercise that you do counts as 1. Here it shows me that my most practiced workout was a seated calf raise. If you do Zumba every day, that's going to be the one showing over here. Then chicken stroganoff was your most frequent meal this week. This was going to pull from your weekly meal planner. Down here to the left, you have your macros for the week, and this is based on this week's meal planner. And then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have your total calories for the day, and if it's green, it means that you are within your goal. If you go over your calories for the day, this is going to be red, and so are these ones over here. Down here you have your grocery shopping list. So right now it says nothing to buy. When you go to your meal planning, and then here you have to buy. It's going to change over here. Now your dashboard should show that you have this to buy. Here you have your most recent progress photos, and it shows you the date. So your most recent progress photos is from August 5. And then here you are going to select a month and year from below so you can compare your weight, your BMI, your measurements, and then your progress photos side by side. So here, the first month, your first month that you have the photos are July, and then here is going to be showing your weight in all of these. And then here you can select a month. It will show over here if you have any pictures that month. And then here's the comparison. So in July 2024, you were 260 pounds, and now here you are 251. If you want to see the measurements for the hips or the chest, or the upper arms, you can select the measurements in here, and you will show the comparison from this month to this month. Here you have your progress in 1 month, and then it will show the weight. So in 1 month you lost 9 pounds, your BMI went down. The selected measurement that in here is going to show that went down as well. Here the chest, there was no changes. The waist, you lost 2 inches. Whatever you want to select over here, this is where it's going to show if you lost, if you gained, or if you maintained. Down here, you can see your weight progress month by month as you move closer to your weight goal. This green line is going to be your weight goal. And then here you can see your progress as you go down. So here you can see that you have achieved your weight goal, or really close, because I think we were at 96%. So your weight goal is 206, so you were almost there. Here you can see the exercise frequency tracker, and here you can track all of the exercises that you've done. So Zumba, for example, how many times you've done Zumba per month. I think I only have 1 month in there, but if I had Zumba more times, let's go back. This is based on the workout logs. If I go here and let's say January 1st, and then I did Zumba every day this week, and then I'm going to put over here, and then it's going to be checked. Now when I go to the home page, I can go here and select Zumba, and now it's showing me that I've done Zumba 9 times this month. If you go up here, now Zumba was my most practiced workout. It was completed 9 times since July 24. Here you have your grocery categories breakdown, and this is based on your expense tracker over here, where you categorize your groceries, and this is where it's going to show here how much you spent in dairy, how much you spent in condiments, how much you spent in protein, how much you spend in grains, and whatever other category you have in there, it's going to automatically update over here. This is your grocery expenses tracker timeline. So here we have all products, and the total spent was 140. And this is the highest spending month, and this is the highest category and spending. And then here you can see your total expenses January. You can see that it was the highest. That's because here we enter a bunch of January information in here. And then when you scroll down, you have your workout performance, and this is based on that workout planner. Your monthly goal was 33, you completed 31. So here you can see 33 was the total, and then 21 was done, and then 12 was not completed. And this will update as you go over the months. This is your hours slept chart, all the hours that you slept, and you can see here if there's a pattern, what happened this week. And then you go back to your diary and you see what happened that week. Here is your mood chart. You can track your mood. Each one of these emojis are in this line over here. So if you see that you have been very sleepy, so this one over here, you had like 2 occurrences and so forth and so on. Same thing with the energy levels. Here you're also going to track your water intake. And that is it for this spreadsheet. This spreadsheet was designed to be your all-in-one fitness, mental health, tracking system, helping you stay organized, consistent, and motivated, and help you identify patterns that are unhealthy for you and how you can change it. Now go ahead and start using it and make progress toward your fitness goals. Thanks for watching.